You will be surprised to know that for centuries, humanity has lived under a misbelief that hard work equals wealth. But history has shown us that is not true. The people who worked hardest are not the wealthiest. Let's think about it. The farmers who toils day and night in the fields works harder than the king who lives in a palace. Yet, the wealth belongs to the king. Here, the truth is revealed. There is no direct relationship between hard work and wealth. Take another example. Construction workers spend their days lifting concrete and steel. Truck drivers drive for longer shifts. Nurses run around helping patients till they are tired. They are super important to the society. They work very hard, but they usually do not end up taking in charge or living the easy life. The truth is, wealth isn't directly tied to hard work. If it was, every laborer would be rich. The reality is quite the opposite. Wealth goes to the person who understands the system, who uses their brains, not just the one who works hard. Hard work is power, but power without direction can be destructive. A hard-working person often gets too caught up in their work that they fail to see who is benefiting from their labor. Value creates wealth, and value comes from intelligence, not just labor. One person digs the well, another chooses the location of the well. The first person sweats, but the second person reaps the benefits. It is not about fairness, it is about how the system works. Wealth is not a reward for hard work. Wealth is a consequence of intelligence. The person who only works hard is selling themselves short. The person who plans buys the labor of others. That is the difference between a king and a servant. The servant thinks about how much work needs to be done today. The king thinks about who to get the work done by and when to stop. Hard work is often the most efficient weapon for keeping the poor busy. They are kept so exhausted that they cannot even think. Thinking is dangerous because thinking raises questions, and questions shake the foundation of the system. That is why society worships hard work but fears intelligence. Wealth does not go where there is most labor. Wealth flows to where plans are made. The person making the plan might be wrong, but the one who does not make plans always remain poor. Those who only work hard are essentially selling their time, and the value of time is limited. The one who creates order controls time effectively. Wealth never chooses a tired body. Wealth always chooses a sharp mind. The mind is not emotional. It operates not on compassion, but on calculation. That's why the most hardworking people are often the most passionate. They say, I have dedicated my whole life to this. But empires aren't built by dedicating one's life. They are built through calculated actions. Wealth goes to those who know when to act and when to hold back. It's not about winning every battle. It's about picking the right ones. Goodness isn't going to make you rich. Cleverness will. Money is math, and those who don't understand math are stuck living on emotions. The person who works hard waits for results. The person who devises the strategy determines the outcome. That is why there were fewer kings in history. There were more servants. Poverty is not due to lack of hard work. Poverty is due to lack of understanding. And wealth never sees the sweat of labor. Wealth follows decision making, not sweat. The person who only works hard fulfills dreams of others. The person who thinks creates their own history. Wealth follows the one who forges their own path, not the one who simply follows along. To use the famous quote from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he said, "If you are one of those people who believe the hard work and honesty alone will bring riches, perish the thoughts, because it is not true. Riches, when they come in huge quantities, are never the results of hard work. Riches come, if they come at all, in response to definite demands, based upon the application of definite principles, and not by chance or luck."